I now declare Thomas Jefferson the third President of the United States on this day of March 4th, 1801.
I hope for a young nation, and this country is a rising nation, and I knew that this nation had faced serious problems, and I'm here to fix them.
Fact: the Gulf of Mexico has no ports, and the farmers in Kentucky, Tennessee, and the Northwest Territory ship their goods down the Mississippi River to New Orleans, and from there they sell their goods to ships that are going to Europe, or along the Atlantic coast of the U.S.
I will give Louisiana back to the French.
Now I will establish French power, and with France in control I will prevent the U.S. from moving west.
Will you sell the land along the Mississippi River, including New Orleans?
I need money to fight 2 wars. I will offer to sell all of Louisiana, which is more than 800,000 square miles and 2,071,840 square kilometers, for about $15 million to the U.S.
On April 30, 1803 the agreement was made, and the territory is known as the Louisiana Purchase.
Journey to the Louisiana Purchase.
Can I have some money for the expedition to the Louisiana Purchase? Yes, but choose the expedition leaders wisely. I choose Meriwether Lewis and William Clark to be the leaders for the expedition. Lewis has been an army officer and Clark is the brother of George Rogers. We are a group named the Corps of Discovery. There are only 30 of us, so we need to become one united strong group.
Interesting fact: one of the 30 soldiers was York. He was William Clark's black slave, and was a professional at hunting and fishing.
The expedition begins on May 1804. They start on the Missouri River on boats.
Then they reached present-day North Dakota, and they built a camp called Fort Mandan, which was close to the Mandan Indian village.
At the Mandan village, Lewis and Clark hired French fur traders to explain Indian languages.
The trader's wife, Sacagawea, agreed to help. When the explorers reached the land of Shoshans, then she would lead the expedition.
Going out again, starting much farther in the Missouri River, Sacagawea gave the explorers horses for the expedition. Then they continued their journey through the Rockies.
There they built boats, and rode to different places such as Clearwater, Snake, and the Columbia rivers.
Still traveling more than a year, they finally reached the Pacific Ocean.
Clark wrote in his journal, "Great joy in camp, we are in thee with the great Pacific Ocean, which we have been so long anxious to see, and the roaring or noise made by the waves breaking on the rocky shores may be heard distinctly."
Back around, then they went back to St. Louis, and made it in September 1806.
They collected many facts about the Louisiana Purchase,
and brought back many items such as seeds, plants, and living animals.
They drew maps where mountains passed, and where major rivers were.
The information helped many pathfinders and American settlers.
The Pike Expedition.
Lewis and Clark's group explored the southwestern part of Louisiana, and was led by Captain Zebulon Pike. The group returned back to St. Louis in 1806.
The Blue Mountain.
In the winter of 1806 the explorers reached a huge prairie in present-day Kansas.
Pike saw it as the Blue Mountain, and called it Pike's Peak.
And the south of the Rocky Mountains, Pike thought there was a Red River, and the river led into the Mississippi River.
It was the northern part of the Rio Grande.
Then the expedition wandered out of the Louisiana Purchase, and into Spanish land.
To a place.
Spanish soldiers came to the fort that the Americans had built along the river.
Pike and the others were taken to Santa Fe.
Santa Fe was a capital of the Spanish colony of New Mexico.
In Santa Fe, they were put in jail for trespassing.
From the Spanish governor, Pike was asked a question.
He was asked, would America attack Spain?
And Pike said no.
An eating.
Pike was set free after a few months later.
Pike reported to the people of Santa Fe needed manufactured goods.
And soon American traders were going to New Mexico.
The end.